The reason I was there was because I was the right age at the right time. Because I dropped out of school and was either going to be drafted or had to join something. And I just felt like the Marine Corps was the best training, and had a few friends that were in, so that's why I talked to them. I did talk to some of the other recruiters, but if I'd been in the Air Force or Navy, it would have been for 4 years, and I wanted just a couple of years and get it over with. To tell you the truth, at the time I knew very little about Vietnam, like most of us in this country. I'd heard of it, but I couldn't hit it on the map, to tell you the truth. I was 20 when I first went to the recruiter, and I had dropped out of school. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So as to why we were there, at the time I had no idea. I just knew that's where, if you're going to be in the military, that's where the action was, and being a Marine, that's what I wanted to do. Yeah, I probably thought about it for the last 6 months or a year, only because I didn't know what I was doing in college. I didn't know what I wanted to major in or what I wanted to do in my life, and I was kind of wasting my time. And I guess I knew in the back of my mind, I knew that I wasn't going to finish college like I was going. And I had a few friends who had gone in the last year or so, so I kept hearing about it. And since it was in the back of my mind, once I decided to drop out of school, I knew I was going to have to make some kind of decision. Well, I joined in June, I guess, of '68, and no, I guess it was May, because I had a 120-day delay until I had to be there. I didn't have to report until September. So I had that whole summer, and that's when I went down and lived at the beach for the rest of the summer with friends, 8 of us in a house there at Cherry Grove. One of the guy's parents owned the house, but they didn't come down too often. And so 8 of us lived in this little 2-bedroom house for the summer, and just had a terrific summer. I knew at the end of it that I was going to have to go in, but so I didn't work much. I basically laid around the house. I had enough money saved up that I didn't have to work, and it was one of the best summers of my life. But then I started getting a little, toward the end of August, getting a little nervous, knowing that it was all ending. My friends were going back to school, and came back to Florence, and I had about 3 weeks, I think, before I had to report. Took the train up to Raleigh, spent the night in a hotel, and we had our induction ceremony where we're all, swear in to the military. And shortly thereafter, or sometime that afternoon, we got on a plane, a prop plane, and flew from Raleigh to Charlotte, and then from Charlotte down to Charleston. And one of the letters here I mentioned, and this is '68. I hadn't flown before this, so the prop plane was a little scary. Then we got on the jet, and I said in the letter, and we flew on a 727 Whisper jet down to Charleston. Like, it was a big deal to me. Never been on a jet before.